Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or are you just happy to see me?
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am back for another solo stream. I'm going to keep this about an hour in length, so not go too long, so I can basically have a little bit of a break from talking for an hour before jumping on to gaming stream, and I'll be live on Kick. That's the plan. Probably play some Apex. I don't know. We'll see. But I tried my hand last night at the Lies of P game, and I don't know. To me, it just felt like they made it hard just to make it hard. Like it is like a very steep learning curve. I will give it that, but at the same time, it's like encounter the first, not even a boss, more like kind of like a mini boss, things like that, and it was like the toughest. Not even the first level, pretty much. Like I don't know, like really with this game. And then I get to the second part and somehow survive through that after a few tries, pretty much. Get to the actual boss fight. All right, there's a cutscene, so you would think that, it would basically just pick up right, like, around like before the cutscene or right after the cutscene. But no, you die at the boss, you are basically kicked all the way back to the fucking beginning of the second level, so to speak, pretty much. And then for some reason, a glitch happened in the game where I would hit the heal function pretty much, and it would not heal me. It would not fucking heal me. So good job, NeoWiz. And this game is supposed to come out in September. The mechanics are a bit off with the sword play. And sometimes I'll be, if you're just off, just a hair, all right, trying to maneuver around, trying to defeat an enemy. Unless you lock onto that enemy, like you don't hit them sometimes. And then, yeah, so like I get it. It's supposed to be like Dark Souls-esque. It's supposed to be like Bloodborne-esque. I get that. I do get that, but at the same time, it's like you pick a class and you start out with like certain stats, and I'm not expecting an easy mode or anything like that. I do expect a little bit of a challenge, but dear Christ, maybe I'll play it again on Kick just to try to see where I pick up. Just try my hand at that, see if I can actually defeat the boss this time. We'll see. So anyway, but before I get into the topics, two articles are on Bounding into Comics, and one is on the Gamer website. Two of the topics I'll be talking about on Bounding is Magic the Gathering, which I have not played at all, but apparently the designers are reportedly dropping the internal use of the term tribal due to negative connotations. All right, dropping a word due to negative connotations. Then, basically, get into one Barbie article for like the Barbie film, pretty much, where it's those associated with the film are claiming that the film is feminist or has a feminist message and things like that. And then you have the Mattel spokesperson or representative trying to claim it's not. I'm more inclined to believe, sadly so, the people associated with the film, given the fact that you have a trans female, basically male. The article says basically male pretending to be female is a Barbie in the film. It's one of the Barbies, and the Barbie that person is playing is Dr. Barbie, or this Barbie's a doctor sort of situation. So more inclined to believe those associated with the film. I feel like Mattel's trying to do damage control, because the more this news breaks as far as this movie goes, the less people are likely to see it. So Mattel does not want that. And then the Gamer article. Now I've never played Elder Scrolls. I don't play Elder Scrolls Online. But apparently they have pride parades in their game online. They have pride parades. And the pride parades, according to the title, like the headline, tell gamers we aren't going anywhere. All right? The subheadline is Pride Month, the ESOs pretty much. Pride Month parades aren't just a celebration, but it stands to say that we're here and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, no fucking shit. Like, there hasn't been any gay people playing games at all in the history of the gaming industry. Really? But anyway, so we'll basically go from left to right. So we'll cover the Magic the Gathering article first, and then cover the Barbie shit, and then finally hit the gamer, because that's the level of retardation that I don't think I've ever really seen on the gamer. But anyway, I see from the top, Gravy, what's up? Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I am nowhere near a Barbie girl at all. But I think I'm going to be seeing the movie. I'm not going to say how I'm going to be seeing the movie, but because pretty much my good friend, who for some reason hates me in this regard, said we're going to see it. So probably, and most likely talk about it on Talk Nerdy. So yeah. Yep. Hey, Mr. Bentham, good to see you. Let's see. Terra Crystal, yes. Thank you again. So this is my new chair. I put it together yesterday and debuted it on my gaming stream last night. King of Squibs, hello. Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your controller added to my throne because I was about ready to break mine. Yeah, Souls games was a difficult learning curve and timing issues. Very much, yeah. Very much so. Very much so. Yeah, 1984, pretty much. But all right, but let's just get right into it. So it says hello to everyone. So let's get right into the Magic the Gathering article. All right, now again, I have not played Magic the Gathering. All these fucking ads. Thank you, Bounding. Curious. All right. So, designers reportedly dropping internal use of the term tribal due to negative connotations. Now, I'm saying, like, since when? Since when? Like, in the entirety of the gaming industry history, has there never been any gay person playing a game? I'm just saying, like, like, no shit, you're here. We know that. People know that. Gamers know that. Hey, Brimstone. But anyway, we're talking about Magic the Gathering right now. I still play D&D. I was more D&D. But yeah, let's just go into this stupidity, pretty much. Like, dropping a word because of negative connotations. Yeah, it was always inclusive. Yeah, like I said, I'm female. Couldn't. With StreamYards, you fucking piece of shit. I froze there for a second. So, yep, if you're sitting there playing, it's inclusive. Hold on, I gotta... StreamYard is shit. Anyway. But anyway, so... Scrolling through. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just froze for a little bit. But anyway. Oh my god, Bounding! Jesus Christ! In continuing to sanitize their products in the hopes of reaching a non-existent wider audience, Wizards of the Coast has confirmed that its Magic the Gathering developers have moved away from internally using the term tribal due to its supposed negative connotations. Like, who's offended by that? Like, seriously, who's offended by that? This latest change to the once prestigious collectible card games culture was first confirmed by the game's head designer Mark Rosewater in the June 19th entry into his Lessons Learned series. Change that to Be Better series, Taking Responsibility series, whatever fucking buzzword phrase these people like to claim we are being better series, a regular column wherein he walks through every set. What the fuck? Walks through every set. Bounding. Okay, first off, I'm going to segue just a little bit. Why do you even have editors if they're not going to do their fucking jobs? Walks through every set for which I've led or co-led design and talk about what I learned. Reflecting on his time working on the game's 2017 Ixalan expansion set, Rosewater detailed how, thanks to his desire to introduce a new mechanic which forced players to come into conflict over a specific resource, the set's original two-faction storyline was eventually reworked to include a third. Unfortunately, thanks to internal issues regarding the mechanic's implementation, Rosewater was then asked once again to revamp the entire concept in order to better fit within the Magic setting. To this end, he revealed that working with the creative team, I realized that the two most exciting elements of the plane were two new creature types, dinosaurs and pirates. Dinosaurs were in past sets, but hadn't been fully supported mechanically as a creature type. There had been a few pirates, but only a handful, and they were never given any mechanical cohesion. Alright. As such, I ended up making the call to have 4 factions, each with its own typal reward. It was at this point in his blog post that Rosewater took a moment to address his unfamiliar use of the word typal, explaining, "We've stopped using the word tribal in R&D, as numerous consultants have stressed that it carries negative connotations, so we now use typal to mean creature type mattering mechanically." I have a wondering, how has tribal had any negative connotations? All right, I know that these assholes, I can tell that these assholes are coming from the mindsets that it must solely mean Native Americans. It must solely mean Native Americans. Never mind Amazon tribes. All right, this word has been around for literally centuries. Amazon tribes. All right, Pacific tribes, Pacific Islander tribes, and so forth. That isn't like. But they are a tribe. Like when you use tribal, it is a tribe. It is basically to describe a collective, basically, of similar peoples and mindsets and cultures. So, they need to hire me. They seriously need to hire me. But nowhere has the word ever had any negative connotations. The only time it ever had any negative connotations is when genuine racists would use it in any negative way, pretty much. Every other time when someone described a tribe, they would say tribal. It's more like a matter-of-fact statement to describe a certain group of people. All right? Yeah, pretty much. But that's it. That's it. However, while Wizards employees began dedicating themselves to ridding the word tribal from their vocabulary, it seems less attention was given to the actual Ixalan expansion itself, as Rosewater ultimately admitted that the set was chock full of mechanical issues. As we started working with the set, it became apparent early on that we needed some way to tie the various creature types together mechanically. He informed readers, it was important that the different drafters might want to draft the same cards. It's what we refer to as glue in R&D. I needed glue, said Rosewater. Part of doing early design is solving the problems for the teams downriver. I'd created a huge design problem and didn't offer any tools to fix the issue. Good job, Rosewater. In the end, Ixalan had several mechanical issues, but I feel the biggest one was the lack of glue, and rests squarely on me, never having solved the issue structurally in the first place. All right. This is just crazy. Tribal, basically, it's a matter-of-fact word. Currently, Magic the Gathering features roughly 17 cards containing the word tribe or tribal in their text, with the most recent such card produced being a 2022 reprint of the Sakura Tribe Elder, which is here. Internally, they are not using the word tribal because of negative connotations, and I'm guessing, like I said, I'm probably very close to the matter that the reason why it's a negative connotation in their mindset is they automatically go to Native Americans. Never mind Amazon tribes, Pacific Islander tribes, and so forth. Hello, Bright Say. In the history of humanity, there have been tribes. African tribes, all right, is basically to describe a particular collective of people. All right, it has nothing at all to do with anything specific about the race. It'll describe a certain group of individuals, basically a collective, that have shared background, shared history, pretty much. All right. Cultures, mindsets, and so forth. Pretty much. Literally, like, mindsets is a key thing because they have to have a same end goal in mind, or same goals for their group in mind for the tribe. Otherwise, why be part of a tribe if you don't care about what happens to the tribe? That's it. Nothing at all negative about this word. Nothing at all negative about this word. Never has been anything negative about this word. But there it is. Made by white liberal women, most likely, and beta males. Just like orcs being POCs is telling where their minds go to. Yeah, it's very much telling where their minds go to. But like I said, never played Magic the Gathering. I do still play D&D, but I stop at edition 3.5. Haven't gone past that. Won't touch anything. 4th, definitely won't touch anything. 5th edition. Let me see. Find the Barbie article. I hate the ads. God damn it, Bounding, you fucktards. The sheer number of ads. Is mind-boggling. Stupid for Bounding. Here it is. All right. All right. So, like I said, no worries. Hey, Tara. But as I said, numerous Barbie actors have reportedly described the film as feminist. Meanwhile, the Mattel executive is adamant that the Barbie is not a feminist movie, which tells me that most likely he is doing damage control, or trying to at least preemptively do some damage control with this, all these different actors and actresses shooting off their mouths before the movie's released. They never seem to want to fucking learn, do they? Now, I sadly believe the actors and actresses tied to the film. I believe those associated with the film before I would believe the Mattel executive at this point, because it's pretty much par for the course in Hollywood nowadays. All right, so all these fucking ads. All right, so a new report claims the upcoming Barbie film, directed by Greta Gerwig and starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, is a, quote, feminist film. Times Aliana Doctorman, known for getting called out for her extreme political views by former Superman actor Dean Cain, recently reported numerous actors and actresses in Barbie informed her the film is indeed a feminist movie. While discussing the film with Mattel Films executive producer Robbie Brenner, he informed her that the film is, quote, not a feminist movie. However, Doctorman reported that Brenner's comments were a, quote, a striking contrast to my interpretation of the film and conversations with many of the actors who used the term unprompted to describe the script. In fact, she broached the topic with the film star Margot Robbie, who reacted by raising an eyebrow and asked, who said that? It's not that it is or it isn't. It's a movie that's got so much in it. All right, to be fair to Margot Robbie, that's probably the best answer you can give, pretty much. Not saying it's... Now, most likely it is. Most likely it very much is. But it's to come out to it's a movie. All right? It's a movie. Hey, Sultan. Barbie is a feminist movie. Barbie's all about dressing up in nice clothes and magically having unlimited money to buy houses and cars. Yes. Hey, fuck Norris. All right, but this is Hollywood putting their fingerprints all over it. All right? Robbie would add, we're in on the joke. This isn't a Barbie puff piece. I don't know what the joke is, but they're in on it, apparently. This report comes after Robbie sat down with Fandango and revealed the film is about, quote, having a relevant conversation about where the world is today, and then also be acknowledging, like, this long 60-plus year history. It's just a lot of things to do at once, and she does it so deftly, and ultimately the whole experience is still fun. Like it's so fun and weirdly emotional. Why do we need to have a relevant conversation about where we are, where the world is today in a Barbie film? Why do we have to have this conversation when it's literally a movie about Barbie? When I say Barbie, I mean the literal fucking doll, Barbie. Why do we have to have that conversation? Hey, Offermo. Thank you, yes. I don't say it's fan service and escapism. Yeah. Actress Issa Rae, or Isa, I don't know how to pronounce her first name, who plays President Barbie in the film. This is her right here. This Barbie is president. Also made it clear the film has feminist messaging. While asking how she identifies a Ken, okay, Ray said, I think a Ken for me is just kind of there. I think a Ken is just a great accessory. Ken is Barbie's boyfriend. How is he an accessory? That's what I loved about Greta's imagining of Barbie is that the Kens are just supplemental characters to these Barbies, while Barbies can do everything. Kens are there. Everything. Kens are there to kind of support and don't necessarily have their own story. So you're cucking Ken. All right. They're cucking Ken. She added, and I think that's not necessarily a negative thing. No, why would you think that? Why would you think it would be a negative thing? Obviously, it's not. It's incredibly strong for men to be in supportive roles and to support the greatness that is women. Barbie. Full-on damage control happening from Mattel, pretty much. Full-on damage control, at least preemptively, happening with Mattel. Why don't they give Barbie a man to fight to make it feminist? There is in one of the trailers, there's like Barbie has made her way to the real world, I guess apparently. And in one of the trailers, she actually, I guess, goes to the Mattel company. So there are basically, I guess, in a sense, evil white men in the film. You'd have to look at the trailer. I'm just assuming, and going off of everything they're saying. Or at the very least, they're going to have their toxic behavior pointed out and educated and take responsibility sort of a situation, I would imagine. I don't know what about those ads, fuck Norris. But apparently, according to this bitch, Ken is an accessory. Ken, who is Barbie's boyfriend. Right? Kate McKinnon, who should go away, would then reveal the script from the film is, quote, about how gender roles deny people half their humanity and how we need to just be ourselves, and it's a very powerful message. Okay, if you use like that and you're an adult, there's no hope for you, for one thing. And two, how have gender roles denied people half their humanity? Will Ferrell, I knew it. I knew I had seen Will Ferrell, but I didn't place head of Mattel. There's in the trailer, she makes her way to Mattel, and it's run by the white man sort of situation, right? When attempting to explain how she identifies a Ken, she said, and so I spot a Ken, everyone's themselves, What the fuck does that mean? When attempting to explain how she identifies a Ken, she said, and so I spot a Ken, everyone's themselves, What the fuck does that even mean? She's never looked better. Robbie previously revealed back in December 2020 to The Hollywood Reporter in an interview alongside her producer partner Josie McNamara that she planned to subvert moviegoers' expectations of the movie. McNamara informed the outlet, we used to say we want things to be subversive, but now it's more about how is it surprising. There's so many things that are trying to be subversive these days, but very few things that are actually surprising. Well, there's no real surprise with Hollywood nowadays. Robbie added, and we like the things that feel a little left of center. There it is. Something like Barbie, where the IP, the name itself, people immediately have an idea of, oh, Margot is playing Barbie. I know what that is, but our goal is to be like, whatever you're thinking, we're going to give you something totally different. The thing you didn't know you wanted. All right. Barbie movie.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
The thing you didn't know you wanted. It's a fucking Barbie movie. Hey, Shaka Zulu. She's just to stick to crazy Harley role. It's the only thing she's good at, pretty much. When the Hollywood Reporter's Lacey Rose commented, having Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach attached to write it in itself subverts expectations, Robbie replied, yes, now can we truly honor the IP and the fan base and also surprise people? Because if we can do all that and provoke a thoughtful conversation, then we're really firing on all cylinders, she concluded. Again, all right, this, I agree with this. My fucking mouse. Honor the IP. My mouse has a mind of its own. Honor the IP and the fan base. You can also surprise people by doing these two fucking things and putting out a good movie. But why do you need to provoke this? Why? Again, it's a Barbie movie. All right, I agree. Honor the IP as best you can. Again, you can't exactly do a 1-to-1, all right, ratio necessarily, but honor the IP and the fan base. Surprise people by doing these two things as well as putting out a good product. But again, why do we need to provoke any thoughtful conversation when it comes to a Barbie film? A Barbie film, all right, and even though it's a pink nightmare to me, should be just stupid fun. It should be just stupid fun. All right? Nothing has to be thought-provoking. Nothing has to garner a conversation or anything like that. Sometimes people just want to be entertained. Keep it simple, stupid. Especially when it comes to Barbie. Keep it simple. Stupid fun. All right? And I don't mean like stupid fun as in like the movie stupid. I mean like just entertaining. Just fun. Let people escape. All right? Because that's essentially what Barbie is. It's escapism for girls. Like, just make it fun. Doesn't have to provoke any thoughtful conversation or anything like that. We don't have to reflect on where we are today as a world. Nothing. In that same interview, the Hollywood Reporter, Robbie noted that one of her production company's main goals was to promote female stories from female creators. She said, in starting any business is about identifying a gap in the market. And the conversation started because I was like, I keep picking up scripts and I never want to play the girl. I just want to play the guy. And I can't be the only one. If you're wanting to do that, all right, if you're wanting to do that, then that tells me then it's not about promoting, like, it's not just about promoting female stories from female creators, that the scripts you're getting have shitty female characters. If you are wanting to play the male character, then that tells me that the script you're reading, all right, the characterization for the female character that, I don't know, you would normally want to be playing or should want to be playing is shit. That tells you something, all right? Now, that's where the gap is, not based on sex from, like, the writers or anything like that of the scripts, but in the actual talent. And maybe just maybe, come out and admit that men have created better female characters than women have. Because women are coming from the mindset of female empowerment, basically the, I don't know, like whatever the term is, pretty much, right? Like down with the man, down with the patriarchy. They're coming from, like, some of them are coming from that mindset. So of course they're going to create a shit character because it's going to be a two-dimensional character that you're not going to want to play because there's nothing to the character. It's a completely static character. I'm just saying. That's where the gap is. I know. I heard that song today on the radio. Yeah, and there's Emily Blunt and Jenna Ortega are saying that about scripts today. And like maybe, just maybe, it's like more of a reflection on the talent or so-called talent that you like. It's not about that a gender gap or anything like that, but a talent gap. Because you again, this is basically chickens coming home to roost proverb, pretty much, where you're so focused on hiring based on sex, sexuality, skin color, and so forth that you're not hiring the best talent. And this is a result of that. How about that? This is a result of that. You're not getting well-written female characters. It's a talent gap. It's really what it is. There are brilliant actresses who aren't getting amazing roles. And beyond that, you look at the statistics of male versus female directors, male versus female writers, etc., and there's so much to be done. If a woman doesn't want to be a writer or a director, then why are you forcing them? Like, isn't that sexist, basically, to force them into a role or a role that they don't want? Right? Now, I'm going to step back a little bit and say, like, Hollywood is pretty much a boys' club. It always has been a fucking boys' club. I'm not going to deny that, and I'm not saying that from a feminist perspective. I'm just coming as like a matter-of-fact perspective. It's Hollywood. It's literally been a den of depravity for decades, pretty much. It's been a boys' club and so forth, all right? Maybe what you should start doing, what you really should start doing, is actually driving out the depravity from Hollywood. Then maybe, just maybe, all right, there can be somewhat of a balance in the directors and the writers and so forth in terms of talent based on sex, sexuality, and so forth. I'm not saying like affirmative action uh, uh, diversity or anything like that, but I'm saying like maybe, just maybe, getting rid of the boys' club, pushing those elements out, actually finally pushing those elements out of Hollywood, right? Stop being a yes man. Stop kissing their asses. Push them out of Hollywood. And maybe, just maybe, Hollywood can redeem itself at some point. But until then, I'm sorry. Hollywood is a shithole. It pretty much is a shithole. It's a den of depravity, right? Run by execs who think they are above the law and think they can do whatever they want. Merit-based is better than forced diversity. Yes. Hey, Hound. You can't just sit there and do nothing when you hear those stats. So again, this has been going on for decades in Hollywood, and yet nothing has changed. If they really want change, that's what they have to start doing. But until then, we're going to get the same fucking shit. We're going to get the same fucking shit. And there's another article, like I said, that like makes me think that it's going to be a feminist perspective, or at least have a identity politics slant to it. With, where is it? Where is this article? So I'm bounding. Again, I'm not going to go into this. But here's the headline for this bounding in a comics article. God damn my mouse. Okay, I'm going to change the batteries on this. It's like starting to go. But here it is. Fucking ad. Mattel's Barbie movie latest attempt to normalize gender ideology and body mutilation by casting man pretending to be a woman as Dr. Barbie. Alright. Here it is. The film casts actor Hari Neff, a man who claims to be a woman. Oh. Goddamn bounding editors, please. A man who claims to be a woman. Neff confirmed his casting in a post to Twitter back in April, writing, "Okay, so I'm a Barbie. This is wild. Dr. Barbie." All right. But there it is. So, Dr. Barbie, the fucking irony. Oh, the fucking irony. Oh, look. Oh my god. I'm so glad I'm not a girl growing up nowadays, because apparently Laverne Cox, a man who transitioned to a woman, got a Barbie doll. Holy shit. Mattel's Creatable World lineup. Look at that. All right. But anyway, I'm not going into that article. I just wanted to show it. Yeah, there's a trans Barbie now. Apparently, Laverne Cox, who was trans, got a Barbie somehow. But anyway, let's go into the gamer article. This might end up being a slightly shorter stream. I mean, hold on. I need to bring up Bound again and see if there's anything else to talk about. Oh no, something came up that actually no. I'll save it. I'll save it for Talk Nerdy tomorrow. It's going to be on my channel. But DC Comics, according to Bounty in the Comics, DC Comics to groom children with evil gender ideology at San Diego Comic-Con. Okay. All right. That I'm going to save for Talk Nerdy because I want to get Steph's reaction. But that's, according to Bounding, that's what it says. DC Comics to groom children with evil gender ideology at San Diego Comic-Con. But anyway, let's just go into the gamer article. All right, so I don't know how many of you play Elder Scrolls Online. I have never done so. So I cannot attest at all to the quality of the game. But here it is. Elder Scrolls Online. All right. Pride parades tell gamers we aren't going anywhere. ESO's Pride Month parades aren't just a celebration, but a stand to say that we're here and there's something you can do about it. As if there's never been anyone gay who's also a gamer in the entire history of the gaming industry. I don't live in California, yeah. But yeah, we'll cover the article tomorrow. Like I said, Talk Nerdy to us will be on my channel. And I told Steph, even if I have to go live by myself tomorrow for like a solo Talk Nerdy stream, pretty much, it has to be tomorrow because I start the new D&D campaign on Sunday. So I cannot do afternoon Talk Nerdy streams, at least not regularly or anything like that. So like maybe once in a while, if we have to move it to Sunday and I'm not playing D&D, I can do that. But for tomorrow, I have to do it on tomorrow evening. All right, but here it is. Here it is. I had a friend who did. From what I can tell, people who've played it like it, but apparently, like they're doing this now for Pride Month. There are plenty of reasons to take part in a virtual Pride parade. Maybe you aren't out of the closet yet. Maybe there are no parades where you live. Or maybe being loud and proud would put you in danger. Okay, unless you live in the Middle East. Why would you be in danger? ESO offers an outlet to express yourself even in those circumstances, using the cover of in-game anonymity to finally be free about who you are while feeling welcomed into the wider LGBTQ community. For many, they might even be experiencing an occasion like this for the first time. It also takes a stand against toxic gamers, declaring that they are not welcome and never will be. Marching through the streets of Vivek with rainbows, banners, and fireworks going off around you is a bold statement that says, "We are here." No shit. No shit. Maybe people don't care about other sexuality. All they care about is just playing the fucking game. Did you ever think about that? Like maybe truly acceptance is just not caring, like caring that someone is gay, but they are judging the person as a person, not based on anything superficial about them. Like they just want to play the game. A lot of gamers are LGBTQ. No shit, Sherlock. No shit. To deny that is to deny the truth. Games aren't just for cis-het white men. Okay, last I checked, let me make sure. Let me make sure, chat. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hold on. 0, 1, 2. I'm not a cis-het white male. Okay, let me count that again. 1, 2. No, nothing. Down there, 0. Not a white male. I'm a gamer. Never told I couldn't. Never told I couldn't buy a game or play a game or anything like that. Just because I'm a woman. And I'm a biracial woman at that. Half Middle Eastern, so haven't experienced any racism or sexism or misogyny. But I guess my voice is being ignored in this case because they want to focus on the cishead, which is a fake fucking expression, pseudo-intellectual expression, pretty much. White men. And virtual parades like this shatter that notion with triumphant pride. Yeah, nobody's denying that. I don't understand the arrogance. Before, people would just be left alone for being, yeah. Last time I checked, there were a few races in Elder Scrolls universe. Okay. This year, that was made even more clear by the direct collaboration between developer ZeniMax, fundraisers like Moon Daughter, Groovy Foxtrot, Syndra Daughter, and Zarwin, as well as Pride Parade community organizer Twitch streamer Locke. Everyone raising funds for the Trevor Project, an LGBTQ charity, was given a copy of the Necrom expansion and pink Torchbug pet to give away to their audience. No offense, but that's pretty fucking gay. The Trevor Project. Let me open a new tab. What is this project? I'm just going to go over here. Okay, this is from 2022. It's a charity that provides around-the-clock crisis support services and trained counselors for young LGBTQ people. Why do they have to segregate them based on their sexuality? Why can't there just be crisis support services for everyone who might be experiencing a crisis? Why does it have to be specifically tailored to young LGBT people? Apparently that's what the Trevor Project was or is, pretty much. And they raised $1.3 million for the Trevor Project. You know, I remember reading this. Or at least reading a little bit about it. But that's it. That's the Trevor Project. Anyway, moving on. The team worked with organizers to ensure that the servers would withstand having so many players in the same instance, meaning that this year the parade wasn't split into separate groups as people marched through Vardenfell. For 45 minutes, hundreds of players celebrated who they are, stuck together through Nissus, Balmora, and eventually Vivek, all of which was made possible by a developer that isn't afraid to help the queer community in a far more meaningful way than just cosmetics. It's important to look at how ZeniMax handles things. It didn't take control of the community and commodify the event, but offered players and organizers the tools to ensure that it went smoothly and then let them get on with it themselves. That sent the message that Pride is not only welcome in its game, but that it will do all it can to ensure it happens. This, like watching hundreds of ESO players stand together proudly and openly, is a message to bigots that they are nothing but a quiet nuisance, meaningless background noise to be ignored. Even the developer of the game you are spouting your hatred in does not support you. I feel sorry for people who still play this that don't like this shit. I feel sorry for you guys. Yeah, most actually they've gotten in years, pretty much. Locke echoed this sentiment during their stream, asking all participants not to engage with anyone in the chat who was posting hateful comments. Define hateful. Instead, they asked us to take screenshots and report bigots to ZeniMax after the fact, achieving two important things: suffocating anti-LGBTQ trolls, all of the air they thrive on, and then seeing them banned from a game they've no doubt spent countless hours in, like tormenting others. What if someone just came into the chat and said, like, why can't we just play the fucking game? Why, like, this is stupid? That would probably, in these people's minds, would be hateful. Would be hateful. And the fact that they'd be banned from a game they've spent countless hours in is next level evil. Like, if they're not actually doing anything against the law or any terms of service, but you're getting them banned, you are next level evil. The mere display of hundreds marching across Vardenfell is enough of a reply to any comments they might make in chat, but any punishment is just icing on the cake. Clearly, they're in the minority here, and they definitely aren't welcome. All right. So ESO's Pride Parade has become an annual event, something the community does to bring its queer players together across all platforms and servers year in and year out. But it's so much more than a week of celebrations. These parades have long-lasting and important effects, making ESO as a whole a much more inclusive online space. It isn't just a week of... So, like, unless you participated in this chat, no one's going to fucking know your sexuality in this. It's an online game. Unless you actually communicate with the other players and, like, you know, get to know them, you have no idea. You have no fucking clue the other player's sex, skin color, or sexuality. You have no fucking clue. It's an online game. So it's already an inclusive online space. How did it need to be a much more inclusive online space? It already was, unless you know, like, you don't know the specifics of the people online. You're only going off of their character. So for all you know, you could be interacting with a character and it's being controlled by a gay person. Who the fuck cares or knows at that point? That's how inclusive this online shit is. You don't know. It isn't just a week of being who we are openly and proudly, but a doorway into... well, didn't you just say up here, openly and proudly, that it helps if, like, they haven't come out of the closet yet? So how's that being open and proud? Right? Maybe you aren't out of the closet yet, but then down here, you say this. It isn't just a week of being who we are openly and proudly, but a doorway into a community that is forever accepting and comfortable. So many more LGBT guilds have been cropping up, bringing queer people together beyond Pride Month and the marches. And because of these allowed events that push the service to their limits, they know they're not alone, bringing confidence to voices that are so often shut out by gamers. So there it is, folks. There it is. So, again, never played Elder Scrolls Online. Had no real desire to basically get invested in that. So, not much more I can say about that. Not much more I can say about it other than that. I feel sorry for the people who, like, just want to play the game. Why is it gays in media have to shout that info from the rooftops to make their statements? Straight people don't go up and say, "Hi, I'm Joe. I'm straight and married to a woman." Yeah, we don't do that shit. Like, they have to shout from the rooftops that they'd like to bang the same sex, but, like, you know, straight people are like we just go about our, like, daily lives. But anyway, I'm not going to go into this article, but for those who've been following news about the Flash. Well, let's end here. I'm not really going to go into the article. Well, let's end here. Apparently, a new rumor is claiming that over 1,500 theaters will drop Ezra Miller's The Flash film this weekend. That is a lot. It bombed. Flash bombed. I think it only lasts like a week, but yeah. If this is true, 1,500 theaters, that's a bomb. Like, this is a movie that WB should have either taken a loss on or released it straight to HBO Max, now called just Max. But those are the only two options they should have done. But instead, they hedged their bets, stupidly so, and released it in theaters, and this is the result. Yet this is true. The box office results are going to get worse for The Flash if the latest rumor is to be believed. One scooper claims that over 1,500 theaters will drop the film for this upcoming weekend. The Flash is already struggling mightily at the box office, only having an opening weekend of $55 million. That is sad. Things got even worse in the second weekend when it saw a 72% decline in box office grosses to $15.1 million. However, the steep decline in overall grosses might not have been the worst news for the film. The film's average gross per theater declined from $13,000 in its opening weekend to $3,558 in its second weekend. That's 72.6% decline. Even more interesting is that the film actually added 22 theaters from its opening weekend to its second weekend. So given the film's poor showing at the box office so far, box office analyst OMB Reviews, all right, predicts that the film would lose around $150 million for Warner Brothers Pictures. Like I said, they should have just taken a loss and not released it, not finished the film, just taken a loss, not released it, or released it straight to HBO Max. But they are set to lose a lot of money. All right. So this is the tweet that says the rumor being removed from 1,500 plus theaters tomorrow. All right. So I'm not going to go into the article, but yeah. So if that rumor is true, it does not bode well for Warner Brothers. But anyway, so going to be shy of the hour mark today, but like I said, I try not to be like more than an hour. So after this, in about 30 minutes or so, I will be jumping on to Kick. I'm maybe going to try my hand again at Lies of P. So we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to maybe try my hand again at Lies of P. But anyway, so I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me. Going to try it again. See where I pick up. If I pick up with the same glitch, then I'm just going to... If the glitch is still there, let's put it that way. If the glitch is still there, if I start it back up and the glitch is still there, I'm just going to stop the game and like jump on Apex or something like that. But I'm going to see if that glitch is still there and just try my hand at the game again. So, yes, loving my new chair. I have one of the lights set up here. I'll be turning that on when I stream. Put a new monitor on throne. Nah. No, but anyway, so thank you again for everyone for hanging out with me during these solo streams, like taking time out of your afternoon. Some of you are still at work to hang out, so always appreciated. No, I don't have anything equipped that would keep me from healing, because whatever I had equipped in the first level was the same going to the second level, so there would be nothing stopping me from healing. And I was healing initially early on when I was going through the runs basically of the second level essentially, and then for some reason when I died and came back again, the glitch happened. So this it's supposed to be released. Well, technically, like it would, I guess, technically still be in beta, but it's supposed to be released, Mr. Bentham, in September. So it's supposed to be released in 2.5 months. It's supposed to be released in 2.5 months, and I found potentially a game-killing glitch. So I didn't have anything equipped that kept me from healing. It was raising the blue bars, all right, like which is like not associated with my health, and not raising my HP, which is my health, pretty much. But anyway, I'm going to try my hand at it again, see if the glitch is still there. If it is, I'm just going to cut it and then play another game. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me. See you all in about 30 minutes. I'm going to try taking my dog out, see if she has to go. And then about, like I said, 30 minutes, I'll be jumping on to Kick. So come hang out there. Very much appreciated to everyone for hanging out with me. So until I'm going to try streaming tomorrow afternoon. I cannot make any promises because, like I said last night, I've been semi-invited to a kind of a neighborhood July 4th thing, but it's not until 6 p.m. and I really don't want to go to anything in the evening, but I might go and make an appearance and then just like leave. So if I do, I'm gonna try to like stream no later than, I don't know, 3 p.m. Eastern. They're about to go for about a couple hours. But if I don't, then I'll see you all tomorrow for Talk Nerdy to Us at 9 p.m. Eastern on my channel with my friend, co-host, My Nerdy Home. So take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And I will see you all next time. Let me find my outro, and peace.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.